Hi all of you, a very good evening and welcome to today's live session. This is Gayatri here. I see a lot of you have joined the session. Rohit, Dushyant, Vignesh, Neeraj, Sudhin, Vidya, Chinnu, Renuka. So good evening all of you, welcome to the session. So as you all know, today we are going to be, this session is for the SSC CGL examination, and we are going to be discussing quantitative ability and general intelligence and reasoning for the SSC CGL exam. And I am going to be taking up questions that has been asked in the last week's All India mock examination. So I hope all of you have taken the All India mock examination. So how was the paper this week? How was quantitative ability and reasoning section? Good evening, Neeraj. Good evening, Rohit. Good evening, Uday Kumar. Rohit, are you new to the sessions? I'm seeing your name for the first time in the sessions. So did you all take the test? How was it? Yeah, Sudhin says good. It was good. Good evening, Yashaswini. Yashaswini. No, Yashaswini, right? Yeah, Yashaswini. Good evening, Yashaswini. Okay, so Dushyant says he has seen Rohit 2-3 times before. Okay. Oh, I don't recollect seeing your name, Rohit. That's why I asked. Okay, so Rohit says yes, he is new to the sessions. Okay, welcome to our sessions, Rohit. See, I'm not bad, no? I'm able to memorize your names. Well, okay. So, this week's SSC CGL, that is last week's SSC CGL paper, when it comes to quants and reasoning, the difficulty level was fairly easy. Reasoning ability, I think, was not very difficult. In quantitative, you had a few questions where you had to do some simplifications like finding the cube root, finding the square root, and then there were questions on geometry as usual and algebra. Then fairly easy, right? Not very difficult. The paper was fairly easy for the quantitative and the reasoning section. Anyway, we'll start solving the questions. So first we'll look into the general intelligence and reasoning section, and then we will move on to quantitative ability. Yes, Sudhin also says that quants was moderate. Yes, so I think this week's paper quants is going to be a little more difficult than how it was last week. So I happen to have a glance at the paper, so I am giving you information prior. Okay, so prepare well for this week's exam. Now, let me share my screen. And let's look at the first question. Hi Pinky, good evening. This is the first question for today's session. Find the next in the series. Hi Sony. Hi Lavanya, good evening. What's happening in this series here? See, if you look at, so there is a circle, right? And this circle is divided into 4 equal halves. And if you look in the first figure, this part is shaded, okay? Now, in the next figure, what happens? It basically, this shading is going anti-clockwise, right? So if this is shaded in the first figure, in the next figure, this side is getting shaded. And then for the next figure, this side is getting shaded, and for the next figure, this side, right? See here, 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 and then here. That is the pattern that is being repeating, okay? For this shading, this part, right? For this sector, this is the pattern that is repeating. So now in the final figure that has to come, so which part will be shaded here? So if you have a circle like this, so in the previous step this part is shaded, so here this should be shaded. So obviously you can eliminate option 3. Now let us look at this shading, okay? This area, right? How is this shading done? So what happens here is, see this there is a full circle here, right? So now this is actually literally divided into 8 parts, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So if you look in the first figure, only this part is shaded. Now what happens in the next figure? This part is not shaded. The shading moves one step to the clockwise direction, but in the next step two parts are shaded. Okay, not only this part, the next one is also shaded. So here two parts are shaded. Okay, see, every step there is a movement. Okay, that is from, if this part is shaded in the previous step, there is a movement in the clockwise direction. So this part becomes clear in the next step, but next two parts are shaded. So again, what will happen for the third step? This part will get cleared. So, but the next three parts will be shaded. So this will be the third step. You can just see the figure, it is like that only. I am just explaining it to you how it is done. Now what will happen in the fourth step? This part will become clear, but again the next four parts will be shaded. So it is like 1, 2, 3, 4. So the number of parts keep increasing, and also the shading keeps moving one step to the right. So now what will come here after this step? So if you look at this step, totally I had 8 parts, right? See, there was this full circle, yeah, which was divided into 8 equal parts. So here if you see, 5 parts are shaded. So in the next step, obviously, how many parts has to be shaded? 6 parts has to be shaded. And also what will happen? The shading will move one step to the right, that is in the clockwise direction. So in the previous step, the shading started from here, right? So now this is going to be blank and the shading will start from this point, and from here you have to cover 6 regions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this has to be your answer. Okay, now which figure is satisfying this? It is option 2. Option 2, correct? It is not option 4, Rohit. See, how can it be option 4? If you look at here, right here, option 2 and option 4, one extra part is being shaded, that's correct, but this part is still shaded in option 4. Now actually in every step the shading is moving one step to the right, right? See, earlier this part was shaded, here this is not shaded, right? It is moving to the next. So if you follow that pattern, from here it has to move here. So the correct answer will be option 2. Clear all of you? Everybody got the correct answer? 2? Yes, all of you are giving me the correct answer. Very good. Hi Prashant, good evening. Hi Naveen, good evening. Next question. Raman started from point P and walks towards south and stops at point Q. Then he takes a right. Okay, some information is given. So what is the question? Which direction will Raman have to walk from point S to reach point Q? So that is the final question. You have to draw the diagram, that's all. So when you have questions on directions, if you are not very clear with the directions, just draw this figure on the side so that it's helpful. What is given here? Raman started from point P. So this is point P. He walks towards south to point Q. So he's facing this direction. Now he's taking a right, means he has to go in this direction. Then he's taking a left turn. So from here left means this direction and stops at a point R. Then again he's taking a left and stops at a point S. If he walks 5 kilometers before taking each turn, so he's walking 5 kilometers here, 5 here, 5 here and 5 here. Yes. Now what is the question? In which direction will Raman have to walk from point S to reach point Q? So if he has to go from S to Q, he should walk in this direction, or that is, he has to walk towards his north. See, these 2 points are going to be in the same line. Okay, I have not drawn it very neatly. I'll just make it look better so that there is no confusion. So this is point S, right? This is point Q. So to go from S to Q, he has to go in the north direction. That is option 1. Next. The mother of Anchal's brother is the only daughter of Meena's father. How is Anchal related to Meena? So how do you solve this? The mother of Anchal's brother. So Anchal is a person. Now Anchal has a brother. So these two are siblings. Now this brother means obviously a boy. I don't know the gender of Anchal. The mother of Anchal's brother means whoever is the mother of Anchal's brother is also the mother of Anchal. Right? Now this person is the only daughter of Meena's father. So there is a father. Okay. Now he has only one daughter. Okay. Now this mother is the only daughter of Meena's father. See here, when you look at the names, obviously we feel Meena is a female, right? So obviously we might consider that the mother is Meena. It can also not be, but we don't know if Meena is a male or a female, right? Since the name is a very familiar name to us, when we hear a name Meena, we can say it's a female. But otherwise, it can be any gender. Now, I don't know the gender of Meena. If Meena is the female, then the mother of Anchal is Meena, correct? But the person Meena can also be a male. Here, the gender of this person Meena is not given. So, this father has a daughter, okay? So, only daughter, that is the mother. Now, the mother can be Meena or it can be Meena. If Meena is a male, then this mother can be this Meena's sister, whatever be the case. What is the question? How is Anchal related to Meena? Now, again, do I know the gender of Anchal? I don't know. So, answer should be can't be determined. Okay, so here the gender is not given. So, without giving the gender, we cannot assume. See, it's a very, it's a mistake that all of us can make. See, how will we actually solve it? Now, when I see this question suddenly, I can just do it like this, no? So, the father, so the mother is Meena and the children are Anchal and brother. So, now Anchal generally is a female name. So, how is Anchal related to Meena? Daughter. That's what we would immediately write. But don't write like that. Here, the gender is not given. So, we cannot assume. So, the answer is can't be determined. Yes. Okay. Next question. Renuka, for the previous question, the gender of Anchal and the Meena is not given. So, without giving the gender, you cannot find the answer, right? So, it just cannot be determined. A word is represented by only one set of numbers as given in any one of the alternatives. The set of numbers given in the alternatives are represented by two classes of alphabets as in the matrix below. The columns and the rows of the matrix are numbered from 0 to 6. The letter from the matrix can be represented by its row and next by its column. So, you have to identify the set for the word calm. So, when you have this question, let us backtrace, okay, from, see, if you have option 1, 2, 3, 4, I am just going to try and see the last letter, the last numbers that is given. Generally, if you backtrace from last, many times it is easier, okay. Now, let us see what does 36 stand for. So, 36 should stand for M, right, 3, 6. So, first you have to take its row and then its column, correct. So, 36 doesn't stand for M. Actually, it should stand for M, right? 36 stands for L. So, this option is wrong. Then you have 31. 31 stands for B. That's also wrong. Look at 51. 51 stands for M. If you look at 24, 24 stands for D. So, all these three options are wrong. The fourth option is right. Next one. How many triangles are there in the given figure? How many triangles are there in this figure? 1, 2, I'm looking at the smaller triangles, okay, 4, 5, 6 smaller triangles are there. Then if you look at the bigger triangles, you have 6, right? Now this is 7, this triangle is 7, this triangle is 8, then you have let me take another pen, 7, 8, then this is the bigger triangle, no? This one 9 and this one 10. So how many triangles are there? You have totally 10 triangles. Yes. Next. From the given answer figure, select the one in which the question figure is hidden or embedded. So where is in this, which of this figure is this question figure embedded? See, look at option C. You have this shape here. It's embedded here, no? So the correct answer that we are looking for is option C. Next. The sides of a cube show the colors of the rainbow. Two positions of the cube are shown below. Which of the colors of the rainbow is left out? Now, what are the colors in the rainbow? We remember it like this, no? Vibgyor. So that is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So what is missing here? Which one is missing? Only V is missing, that is violet is missing. Everything else is there, right? So what is the answer that we are looking at? Option 3, violet. Next one. In a certain instruction system, the different computation processes are written as follows. So you have to find the value of question mark here. Now to find the value of this question mark, see in the second step, no, there is m involved in this equation. So first I have to find out the value of m, and then using that I have to find out the value of question mark. Try it out and give me the answer. You have to use the rules as above, that's all. What's given here? See, you have 14 hash 6 star 7 is equal to m. This is what is given in the question. Now, see, if you have this is that line, right? X hash y star z means x is subtracted from the product of y and z. So what should I do? I should do 6 into 7 minus 14, that is equal to 42 minus 14, that is equal to 28. So value of m is equal to 28. So this is the answer that I get from the first step. Now look at the next step. Second step, what does it say? 12 at the rate of 28 C4. Now when you have that represents line D. So what should you do? X is added to the resultant when y is divided by z. So when y is divided by z, to that you add x. So you have 7 plus 12, which is equal to 19. What is the answer that you are looking for? The answer that you are looking for is option 1, 19. Clear? So see, in a hurry, don't just find out the value of m as 28 and take that as the answer. They are asking you what is the value of question mark. Some of you in between gave me the answer as option 3 for this. I hope it is clear. The answer is 19. 1. Next. Replace the question mark in the following series with a suitable number, letter, phrase from the options given below. Hi Shubham, good evening. What's the pattern followed here? So you have AR 421 CT, then you have BS 425 DU. Then what should come next? So here you have 421. So 421 plus 4 is 425. Now if you look at this, no, see A plus 2 is C. Similarly R plus 2 is T. Again here I have B plus 2 is D and S plus 2 is U. So if you look at the options, see if you look at this option, basically here if you look at these numbers, no, basically the numbers seem to be increasing by plus 4. So anyway these options don't seem logical, okay. So it has to be 429 only if the difference is plus 4. Let us look at these alphabets also here. See here I have C plus 2 is E. Similarly T plus 2 is V. So that is also following correctly. So what should come here? It should be CT 429 EV. Here because again 425 plus 4 is 429. Similarly here you have C plus 2 is E and T plus 2 is V. So the correct answer here is option 4. Yes, you can just check the alphabet to arrive at the answer. Next. An island is related to sea is in the same ways as oasis is related to dash. What is the answer? Desert. Yes. So what is oasis? Basically oasis represents a fertile spot in the desert where water is found. Correct. So island is to sea is as oasis is to desert. Next. Which of the following are the lines of symmetry? So before you solve this question, tell me what is lines of symmetry and then we'll solve. What does lines of symmetry mean? Okay, Neeraj says the answer is A, B and C, D. Now, what does line of symmetry mean? Yes. So, basically a line of symmetry divides a given figure into two equal halves, or I can say a line of symmetry divides a figure into mirror images. Okay, on both sides. So here if you see, so let us say if you have a rectangle like this, right, if I draw a line like this in the center, now this is called the line of symmetry because this is dividing this whole figure into two equal halves on both the sides. Both sides it is just the mirror image of each other, right. So same way for the figure given here, which is the line of symmetry. See, can this GH and EF be line of symmetry? See, if I say EF is a line of symmetry, right? Now, so what is there on top of EF? This is the figure that is there on top of EF. Now, is this figure the mirror image of the figure below? It's not, right? So, I cannot say that this EF or GH is a line of symmetry. But if you look at this AB and CD, right? See, if I look at the line AB, now the top and the bottom part, whatever figure you can see, are exactly mirror images of each other, correct? See, this part is a mirror image of the part below. Similarly, if I consider the line CD, same, right? The left and the right, if I consider this line CD, this part and this part are the same. They are mirror images of each other. So the answer that we are looking at is A, B and CD. So these are the lines of symmetry in the given figure. Yes, lines of symmetry gives us the mirror images, right? On both sides it is partitioned equally and you will have, it's like a mirror image on both the sides of the line. So A, B and C, D is your answer. Next one. A very easy question. Murthy drove from town A to town B. In the first hour, he travelled 1/4 of the journey. In the next 1 hour, he travelled half of the journey. In the last 30 minutes, he travelled 80 kilometers. Find the distance of the whole journey. What's happening here? For the first 1 hour, he is travelling 1/4 of the total distance. For the next 1 hour, he is travelling half of the total distance. So now put together 3/4 of the total distance he has covered. So in the last 30 minutes, how much distance is left to cover? 1/4 of the remaining distance he has to cover in the last 30 minutes. And it is given that in the last 30 minutes, he is travelling 80 kilometers. So 1/4 of the total distance is nothing but 80 kilometers. So what is the total distance that he has travelled? It is nothing but 80 into 4, that is equal to 320 kilometers. That is option 3. Next. Oh, Sony says she skipped it. Why? It was so easy. Okay. Identify the answer figure from which the pieces given in the question have been cut. So, if you look at figure 3 here, this is that one piece, right? This piece. Then this is the second piece, third piece, and the final piece, that is the fourth piece. So, all these pieces are there in figure 3. Answer option is 3. Next. All these are very easy questions. In less than 5 seconds or 3 seconds you can get the answer. Which of the following numbers is present only in the square and the circle? So which number is present only in the square and circle? This number, no? Only in square and circle means this one. 4. Next. Find the odd number out. What is the odd number here and why is it the odd number? Shubham says it's 34. Neeraj also says 34. Neeraj, can you tell me the reason why it is the odd one out? Which question are you asking about, Murli? Bigger square. You're talking about this one? No, no. See, this generally is the universal set. No, it is generally just used to represent the 3 sets inside. And moreover, there are no numbers written here. So, you needn't consider this big square. It's not, see if it was a set, okay, they would have also mentioned some intersection, some values and all, nothing like that is given. This just, generally it is used to represent, here they have represented it as the universal set, that's all. So what is the answer here? The correct answer is option 1, 34. See, if you look at all the other options, they are multiples of 3, yes, or you can say they are multiples of 9, but 34 is not a multiple of 3 or 9, whichever one you are taking multiple of 3, that's fine, multiple of 9, yes, that's also correct. 34 is not a multiple, so that's your answer. Or you can also say that here, if you take the sum of the digits of all of these numbers, it adds to 9. 34 it does not, so that's the odd one. Sony, you can't say multiple of 6 because 63 is not a multiple of 6, no? So what's the logic that has been used here? How many of you could do this in the examination? See, the logic is this: 7 minus 3 is 4, correct, and 7 into 3 is 21. So the answer is these two clubbed together, that is 421. Similarly, if you see here 11 plus 7, it's 477 means, what is 11 minus 7? That is 4. What is 11 into 7? That is equal to 77. So these two club together, 477. So similarly, if you have 6 plus 2, what will be your answer? What is 6 minus 2? That is equal to 4. What is 6 into 2? That is equal to 12. So what will be your answer? Be club these two together, 412. Option 2. Okay, so Chinnu said she did. Good. Yeah, so Sony says she just checked the last two digits multiplication, like 7 3s are 21, 11 7s are 77. Yeah, that's also a good technique, no? Because this part, to crack this, it takes some time. Yeah, might be in the examination we might not have enough time. So 9 5s are 45. So similarly, this whatever number here is, it should end with 12. So if you look at the option, there is only one option which ends with 12. You can take that as the answer. Shubham, for the previous question, no, see, that is one thing when it comes to questions on number series. The logic that the examiner decides is the logic, right? Sometimes you might feel that what logic you are saying is correct. Yes, what you say also seems to be correct, but whatever the examiner decides at the end of the day will be the answer. So he is gone by the logic that we discussed. What is the logic used here? 1 is equal to 1, 2 is equal to 3, 3 is equal to 5. So 1 into 1, that is what is 1 is nothing but 1 into 2 minus 1, that is 1. Similarly 2 into 2 minus 1, that is 3. So next is 3 into 2 minus 1, 5. 4 into 2 minus 1, 7. So 5 into 2 minus 1, that is equal to 9. Option or you can also do it like this. See, if you are looking at 1, okay, so if you are taking into consideration 1 plus 0 is 1. Similarly, if you take 2, right, 2 plus the number before that, that is 2 plus 1 is 3. or if I take 3, what is the number before 3? 2. So 3 plus 2 is 5. Two ways of doing it, whichever way you can do, you get the same answer. Here you will have 4 plus number before 4 is 3, 7. Similarly 5. So 5 plus number before 5 is 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. So you can do it this way also. Correct answer is option 1. Or you can also say 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, so 7 plus 2 will be 9. Yes, so many ways of arriving at the answer. In any case, all the answers will be the same. Next. Yes, so a lot of you are giving me different methods. Good. So everybody has done it in different ways. Anyway, all of us got the same answer. Very good. If an electric train runs in the direction from north to south with a speed of 150 kilometers per hour, covering 2000 kilometers, then in which direction will the smoke of the engine goes? So this question was a bit tricky because suddenly we might, but the option helps us to find the answer because they have given no direction. It can make us think, but otherwise generally I have seen such questions when it comes to interviews, okay, for IT companies and all, they'll ask such tricky questions. So here the answer is, see, an electric train never emits smoke. So where will the smoke come? There will be no smoke in an electric train. So your answer will be no direction. See, somebody is giving the answer as 2 or 4. It is 4, no direction. An electric train does not emit smoke. Yeah, if you have a steam engine, then you have smoke coming out from the train, but an electric train will not emit smoke. So there is going to be no smoke, so no direction. That's going to be your answer. Yes. Yes, that was a really funny question, no? Suddenly we have never seen such questions before in SSC papers. But anyway, good to do such questions so that if such questions come in the examination, you will think in that direction. Now let's move on to the quantitative ability section in the paper. So for this question, no, if the cube root of 79507 is 43, then the value of the given is what? Okay, now you need not solve it even without using the pen and paper. You can get the answer for this question because the options are given like that. If you had attended the last session of SSC CGL, I think there was a similar question here, but the options were very close. I don't recollect the options correctly. See, the options were like 2.3118, 2.71, some values like this. Everything in terms of 2 point. So when such cases come, you have to solve and say which is the correct answer because all the options are close to each other. Now here, look at the options. One option is 0.4773, another one is 4.7, 477, 47. So when you look at this question itself, you know that the answer is going to be 4 point something. How can I say that? See, I know the cube root of 79507 is 43. So what is the cube root of 79.507? It's going to be 4.3. So it's going to be 4.3. Now all these cube roots, right, are going to be in terms of point. So finally, what is my answer? My answer is going to be 4 point some value for sure. Anyway, if I find the cube root of these two also, I am going to get it in terms of point. Like if you see the actual cube root of this is 0.43 and this is going to be 0.043. Whatever be it, right, it is in terms of decimal. So my answer is going to be 4 point some value. Or if you look at the options, none of these can be the options for sure. It has to be option 2. So without using a pen and paper, just by looking at the question, you will be able to say the answer is option 2. Clear? Yes. Next one. So what is this question? Given that x cube plus y cube is equal to 72 and xy is equal to 8 with x greater than y, then the value of x minus y is dash. So what is the easy way to solve it? See, I have two numbers x and y. Okay, their cubes, when I add, my answer is 72 and their product I am getting 8. Okay, so obviously the two numbers have to be positive numbers and product of two numbers is 8, the sum of their cubes is 72, means what are the two possible, what is the possibility? See, the numbers can be 4 and 2 because I know 4 cube is 64, 2 cube is 8, 64 plus 8 is 72. Similarly, 4 into 2 is 8. So it is satisfying both the equations and it is given x is greater than y. So what can I say? I can say x is equal to 4, y is equal to 2. What is the value of x minus y? 4 minus 2, that is equal to 2. So the correct answer here is option 3, that is 2. Next. Find the square root of the given expression. Try this and give me the answer. Yes, Sanjay, the previous question was an easy one. Now try this one and give me the answer for this one. Yeah, so Neeraj says he skipped in the examination. Yes, you could have, because there were a lot of other questions which you could have solved faster than this one. This is not a very difficult one, but yes, you have to do a bit of calculations. So you can't just do it on your mind and say what the answer is. You still have to solve and check. So what is the, how do you solve this? See, you have to find the square root of this entire set. So first let us simplify this and then finally in the end we'll find the square root. So what is 0.064 minus 0.008? It is nothing but 0.056. correct? Now 0.056 into, now what is 0.16 minus 0.04? That is nothing but 0.12 divided by, you have 0.16 plus 0.08 plus 0.04, that is nothing but 0.16 plus 0.12, or that is 0.28 into, here I have 0.6, 0.4 plus 0.2, that is 0.6 the whole cube, that is nothing but 0.216. Now here, see, I have 5 decimal places, right? 5 numbers after decimal places. Here also I have 5 numbers after the decimal places. So directly I can eliminate these decimals, right? So that is nothing but into 216. Now try to simplify this. So both these numbers will go in 7. This is 4 and this is 8. So you have 2 here. Now 12 you can write it as 6 into 2, right? So this will become 36. So you have 4 by 36, which is 1 by 9. Now what is the question? You have to find the square root of this expression, or I have to find the square root of 1 by 9, which is equal to 1 by 3. Option 3. It's not very difficult, but you have to write these 2 steps. Without writing the steps, you can't get the answer. Correct answer is option 3, 1 by 3. Very easy, no? The way you solve it, you just actually need only 2 steps. See, the main thing to do here is remove these decimals. If you remove these decimals, no, see on top, see if you actually take out the decimals, you will have into 10 to the power minus 5 on top and into 10 to the power minus 5 on bottom, which will get cancelled anyways. Then the calculation becomes easier. Got it? Yeah. Next one. Now again, this is also a very easy question. If x plus 1 by x is equal to 1, then what is the value of x square plus 3x plus 1 divided by x square plus 7x plus 1? So what is given here? You have x plus 1 by x is equal to 1, or I can say x squared plus 1 is equal to x. Now what is the expression that is given to me? I have to find out the value of x squared plus 3x plus 1 divided by x squared plus 7x plus 1. See, I know x squared plus 1, right? That is nothing but x. So I can write this as x plus 3x and the denominator as x plus 7x. See, I am taking this x squared plus 1 and I am writing it as x. So I have 4x by 8x, that is equal to 4 by 8, which is equal to 1 by 2. Option 4. Yes, only for x squared plus 1 you have to substitute x. That's all. Next, again a very easy question. Raj and Prem walk in opposite direction at the rate of 3 km per hour and 2 km per hour respectively. How far will they be from each other at 2 hours? So both of them are starting at one point. One person is going at the rate of 3 km per hour. The other person is going at the rate of 2 km per hour. So in 1 hour, this person travels 2 kilometers. So in 2 hours, he will travel 4 kilometers. This person in 1 hour travels 3 kilometers. So in 2 hours, he is going to travel 6 kilometers. So totally at the end of, 2 hours, right? So yeah, 3 plus 3, 6. So totally at the end of 2 hours, what is the distance between them? 6 plus 4, that is equal to 10 kilometers. That is the distance between them. See, what is happening here? Sanjay says explain once again. Sanjay, this is a very basic question. So both these two people are starting from one point, okay. Now this person is going with a speed of 2 kilometers per hour and this person is going with a speed of 3 kilometers per hour, or he is covering 2 kilometers in 1 hour. So in 2 hours, what distance will this person cover? He will cover 2 plus 2, 4 kilometers. Now this person in 1 hour covers 3 kilometers. So again in 2 hours, he will cover 3 plus 3, 6 kilometers. Now what is the distance between both of them? 6 plus 4, 10. That is option 4. Sanjay, I hope it is clear. About the last question means you are asking about this question. Here Sanjay, see, I know x plus 1 by x is 1. So when I take the LCM, I get x squared plus 1 is equal to x. Right? When I cross multiply, this is what I get from this expression. I just put that x squared plus 1 is equal to x in this given expression and then I get the answer, that's all. Sony, that we have to assume, right? But because otherwise then you can't find the answer at all. What is given here? A boat can travel with a speed of 13 kilometers per hour in still water. That is the speed of the boat in still water. If I take it as u, that is given as 13 kilometers per hour. The speed of the stream, that is v, is given as 4 kilometers per hour. Now the time taken by the boat to go 63 kilometers in opposite to the stream is dash. Now opposite to stream means basically it is going upstream or it is going against the stream. So what will be the net speed of the boat? When a boat travels against the stream, the net speed will be u minus v, right? That is 13 minus 4, which is equal to 9 kilometers per hour. Now what is the time taken by the boat means the distance to be travelled is 63 kilometers. The net speed now is 9 kilometers per hour. So the time taken is 7 hours. That is option 3. Next. The measures of the two angles of a triangle are in the ratio 4:5. If the sum of these two measures is equal to the measure of the third angle, find the smallest angle. Again a very easy one. So two angles of the triangle are in the ratio 4:5. So one angle, if it is 4x, the other angle is 5x. So the sum of these two angles is 4x plus 5x, that is equal to 9x. Now what are they saying? The third angle is nothing but the sum of the measures of the first two angles. So what are the angles of the triangle now? 4x, 5x and 9x. Now what is the sum of all the angles of a triangle? It is equal to 180 degree. So 4x plus 5x plus 9x, that is equal to 180 degree, or 18x, that is equal to 180, or x is equal to 10. Now which is the smallest angle in the triangle? 4x is the smallest angle, that is 4 into 10, which is equal to 40 degrees. Answer is option 3. Or you can also check with the options. Instead of doing it this way, another way to solve it is to check with the options, because here it is given, see these two, see this first two angles are in the ratio 4:5, right? Now the first angle has to be a multiple of 4. That means if you look at the options, there is only one multiple of 4. So no confusion, you can take the answer as option 3. Next one. Find the length of canvas of 75 centimeter width required to build a conical tent of height 14 meter and floor area 346 meter squared. What's the answer for this one? Try this and give me the answer. So here, see what they are trying to say is, basically you have a rectangular piece of canvas, okay, which has a length and a width. Now using this rectangular piece, we are converting it to make a conical tent whose height is 14 meters and the floor area is 346 meters squared. You have to find the length of the canvas. In examination, if you ask me, I think you should have given this question a skip because a lot of calculations involved. Yes, you have to find square root, you have to first find the radius, and it is time consuming. Doesn't make sense to do this in the examination, but we'll try it out here. So what is it that we have? See, you have to make a conical tent, and what are they saying? In this conical tent, the floor area, right? Basically this tent is kept on a floor, right? So this is the floor area, right? So this floor area is given as 346.5 meters squared. So from this floor area, what can I find out? I can find out the radius of the tent, right? So this radius I can find out. So what is the floor area? It is nothing but pi r squared, that is equal to 346.5. or that is 22 by 7 into r squared. Now 346.5 is nothing but 693 divided by 2, correct? 3, 4, yes, 346.5. Okay, now 11 will go in both of these. Now this is the easy way to solve it. Otherwise, if you take it as 346.5 itself, again calculations become difficult. Now 11, 2 times it will go here. If you look at 11 here, it will be 63. So r squared is nothing but 63 into 7 by 4. That is 63 is what? 9 into 7 into 7 by 4, or r is equal to basically root of this value, right? Root of 9 into 7 by 4, that is equal to 3 into 7 by 2, 10.5. Yes, you need not write so many steps. When you see this itself, you know the answer is 10.5. I am just writing it like this so that it's easier for you to understand. You don't have any doubt. So the radius is 10.5. So from this information, I have found the radius of this cone. Now, what do I need? What is the area of the canvas that has been used? It is nothing but the curved surface area of this cone, right? That is the actual area of the tent. So what is that? That is nothing but pi r l. Now here, I know that the height of this cone, this height I know is 14. So I have to first find out what this L is, right? Once I find out this L, I have to find out what is the value of pi RL. Now this is the area of the tent that we have used. Now what is the area of the tent? This area of the tent is nothing but the area of the canvas. What is the area of the canvas? The area of the canvas is nothing but the length of the canvas into the breadth of the canvas. That is nothing but the length of the canvas into what is the breadth? 75 centimeter. Now here, see, this is in terms of centimeter, this is in terms of meter. This is another thing which we can miss out when we are solving it in the examination. So it should be 75 by 100 because we are considering everything in terms of meters. Okay, so now first you have to find out the value of L, right, in pi RL, right? You have to find out the value of L. Then you have to find what is pi RL, then find LC. In the examination, it doesn't make any sense to try this question because it is a waste of your time. Now first let us solve it. How do you find the value of L here? See, this is like a right angle triangle. So L squared is equal to 14 squared plus what is this R? 10.5 squared. Or if you solve this, what do you get L as? You will get L is equal to root of 196 plus 110.25. So you solve this, you get it as 17.5. You can do these calculations by yourself later and check. So you get L is 17.5 centimeter. So what is the area of the tent or the curved surface area of this cone? It is nothing but pi into R. R is what? R is 10.5 into L is 17.5. This is equal to the length of the canvas into what is the breadth? 75 by 100. So if I can bring this to this side, right? So 100 by 75. Solve for this, you will get the value of the length. Or when you solve it, I think you should get the value as 770 meters. You can just check it. Okay? Take this pi as 22 by 7 and try solving. You should get the answer as 770 meters. So in examination, it doesn't make any sense to try such questions because it consumes a lot of time. We don't have this kind of time, and for this particular question there is no other shortcut to solve it. Are you all getting 7? Anybody tried solving it now and are you getting the answer as 770? So everybody has given up on this question and nobody is even trying it, is it? But is the concept clear to you how we arrived in between? Sony, you asked me, ma'am, I don't understand what they mean by breadth. But is it clear now? So Shubham has got the answer. Shubham also says she got 770 meters. Good. I hope the concept is clear. Okay, when it comes to the examination, if this question comes, I don't think you should solve. You should not. You should skip it. Next one. If two medians BE and CF of a triangle ABC intersect each other at G, and if BG is equal to CG, angle BGC is equal to 60 degree and BC is equal to 8 centimeter, then the triangle area of the triangle ABC is dash. How do you solve this one? If two medians of BE and CF of a triangle ABC, so you have a triangle ABC and you have two medians BE and CF, and they intersect at a point G. So this is one median BE and this is CF. Now medians generally, where do they intersect? The medians generally intersect at the centroid. Yes, so this has to be your third median. That will also go through this point. Now this is the figure given. Now what are they saying? They are saying that this is G, this point is given as G. They say BG is equal to CG and angle BGC is 60 degree. So if this is 60 degree and these two sides are equal, that is BG is equal to GC or CG, then what can I say? These two sides are equal means these two angles also has to be equal. So if this angle is 60, this is also 60 and this is also 60. So what is this triangle? It's an equilateral triangle. Okay. Now they are also saying that BC is equal to 8 centimeter. Now this length is given as 8 centimeter. So what does that mean? This length is also 8, this length is also 8 because it's an equilateral triangle. Now see, there is this property of centroid that we learned. Okay. Now if you consider the centroid and join the centroid to all the three vertices, right, the three triangles that you get will have equal area. Right, this is one of the properties of centroid that we learned. See, this is your centroid. So you have a triangle which is formed like this. When you join the centroid with the vertices, similarly a triangle like this and a triangle like this. Now all these three triangles will have the same area. So what can I say? What is the area of triangle ABC? The area of triangle ABC is nothing but 3 into the area of triangle BGC, because all these three triangles have the same area, right? So 3 times that will give you the area of triangle ABC. So what is the area of triangle BGD? Area, the 3 into area of triangle BGD is nothing but root 3 a squared by 4, that is 8 squared by 4. So what do you get when you solve this? 64 into 3 root 3 by 4, that is 8. Yes, you get it as 48 root 3, correct? Here you have 64 by 4 which is 16. So 16 into 3 is 48, 48 root 3 centimeter square. Option 4. Clear? Next question. In between Sony is asking what is median. See, median comes from the one of the vertex and divides the opposite side into two equal halves. Okay, that's what a median does, Sony. Next question. Okay, it's not clear. See, this is a median, right? Sorry, this is the centroid, right? Where all the medians meet, that point is called as the centroid. Now, I know this triangle, right? Triangle BGC is an equilateral triangle because this angle is 60 degree. These two sides are the same. So, these two angles also has to be the same. So, 60, 60, 60, this has to be a BGC, right? I wrote D, sorry. Yeah, Sanjay, it is C, okay? I accidentally wrote D. Sorry about that. So here, this is one triangle, right? Now, if you have a centroid and when you join the vertices of the triangle to the centroid, the three triangles that are formed, that is here the triangles that are formed are triangle BGC, triangle BGA and triangle AGC. Now all these three triangles, no, they will have the same area. Okay, using that property you can say the area of triangle ABC is nothing but 3 times the area of triangle BGC. See, this point is C. I think I wrote it as D here. Sorry, it is actually C. Yes? Okay. Clear, no? Next. ABC is a triangle and the sides AB, BC and CA are produced to E, F and G respectively. If angle CBE is equal to angle ACF is equal to 130 degree, what is the value of angle GAB? So let us first draw the figure. You have a triangle ABC. See, AB is produced to get E. So AB is produced to get a point E and BC is produced to get a point F and CA is produced to get a point G. So this is how your figure looks. Now what are they saying? If angle CBE is equal to now what is given here? Angle CBE is equal to angle ACF is equal to 130 degree. The value of angle GAB is dash. So you have to find out the value of this angle. So which are the angles that are given to us? CBE. So this angle is given as 130 degree. Angle GAB is what you have to find out. Then angle CBE is equal to angle ACF. So these two angles are given as 130 degree. So these two angles are 130 degree, find out this angle. So if you know the property of the exterior angle, right, if you know the exterior angle theorem, solving this question is easy. Okay, so let us take these three angles as X, Y and Z. So if these three are X, Y and Z, now what is X plus Y? That is equal to 130. See, the sum of the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two alternate interior angles, right? So if it is, this is 130, this 130 is nothing but the sum of X plus Y. Similarly, this 130 here, right, that is the sum of X plus Z, or I can say again 130 is equal to X plus Z. Now if I consider this triangle ABC, in this triangle ABC what do I get? X plus Y plus Z is equal to 180. Right, if I consider the triangle ABC, X plus Y plus Z is 180. Now if I add these two, what will I get? I will get X plus Y plus Z is equal to 260. Now I know this is already 180, right? Or what is X? X is equal to 260 minus 180, that is equal to 80 degrees. Now that I have got the value of X, actually what should I find out? I have to find out what is angle GAE. See, angle GAE is nothing but angle Y plus angle Z. So if I know X is 80 degree, from this what can I say? What is Y plus Z? Y plus Z is equal to 180 minus X. That is 180 minus 80, which is equal to 100 degrees. This answer is 100 degrees. Option 2. Next. If theta is an acute angle, then tan square theta plus 1 by tan square theta is equal to 2. Then the value of theta is dash. So how do you solve this? See, again you just have to simplify it. Tan square theta plus 1 by tan square theta is equal to 2, or you take the LCM, you will get tan to the power 4 theta plus 1 is equal to 2 tan square theta, or you can say tan to the power 4 theta minus 2 tan square theta plus 1 is equal to 0, or this is of the form tan square theta minus 1 is equal to 0, tan square theta minus 1 the whole squared is equal to 0, that is tan square theta is equal to 1, or what is the value of theta? Theta has to be 45 degrees. Very easy, no? Option 2. Or you can also check in, put in the values and check. See, if you have to get an answer like 2, obviously it has to be 45 because tan 45 is only 1. So if you put tan squared 45 here, you will have 1 plus 1, 2 divided by 1, which is equal to 2. So it is easier to, instead of doing it this way, it would be easier if you can check with the options. Yes, see, if it is either 30 or 60, generally you will have some root terms, or you will have numbers like 3 and all involved. Here none of that is involved, so 45 seems to be the right choice. Try 45 first, you will immediately get the answer. You needn't solve it this way, but this is the normal way in which you would approach in case you are not able to do it with options. Next. So let's try this out. Okay, what do we get? See, you have cos alpha by sin beta, that is equal to n, and you have cos alpha by cos beta, that is equal to m. So what is m squared and n squared? N squared is nothing but cos squared alpha by sin squared beta. M squared is nothing but cos squared alpha by cos squared beta. So now I have to find the value of cos squared beta. So now let me try to add these two. Okay, so what is m squared plus n squared? That is nothing but cos squared alpha by sin squared beta plus cos squared alpha by cos squared beta. Okay, so what is this? This is nothing but cos squared alpha cos squared beta plus sin squared beta cos squared alpha divided by sin squared beta cos squared beta, or this is equal to, is there anything common here? You have cos squared alpha common here, so that is nothing but cos squared alpha into cos squared beta plus sin squared beta divided by sin squared beta cos squared beta. So this is nothing but equal to 1, or I can say m squared plus n squared, that is equal to cos squared alpha by sin squared beta into cos squared beta. Now I have to find out what is the value of cos squared beta. See, I know what is cos squared alpha by sin squared beta. Cos squared alpha by sin squared beta, I know this is equal to n squared, or if I take this up, what will I get? I will get cos squared beta, that is equal to n squared by m squared plus n squared. Now is it there in the options? I think option 3 should be, this should be m. Yes, this should be m squared plus n squared. Okay, so I think there was a typo error here. This is m squared plus n squared. So the answer that we are looking for is option 3. Correct? Correct answer is option 3. This should be m and not n. next. So next you had a graph, demand and production of different companies. The demand of company B is what percentage of production of company F. See, all the data interpretation questions from SSC CGL are very easy. So what is the answer for this one? What is the demand of company B? See, if you look at this, red line shows the demand and the blue line shows the production. So demand of company B is 3150. Okay, that is the demand of company B. Now what is the production of company F? Production of company F, where is F is here, production is 4500. The demand of company B is what percentage of the production of company F, right? So this is the answer that you are looking for. 00 gets cancelled. So you know 15 into 20 is 300, so this is 15 into 21, and 15 into 3 is 45, so 30. So what do you have? You have 21 by 3, that is equal to 7. 7 into 10, that is 70%. Option 2. 70%. Now, next one. What is the ratio of the companies having more demand than production to those having more production than demand? So which are the companies which has more demand than production? Companies which has more demand than production is, if you look at company A, see, if you look at company A, the demand is 2100, the production is only 1450. So companies having more demand than production, one of the company is A. Similarly, which other company has that? Company D, right? Here demand is 5000 but production is only 4200. So the two companies that have demand more than production is companies A and D. Now if you look at all the other companies, that is company B, C, E and F, in all these companies the production is higher than the demand. So here you have two companies which has higher demand than production, and you have four companies where the production is higher than the demand. So what is the ratio that you are looking for? 2 by 4, 1 by 2. Option 2. Okay, so I think you had two more questions following this data interpretation set. All the questions were fairly easy. Okay, so I think with that we are coming to an end of the questions chosen for today's session. Any doubts, anything at all, please let me know. Everybody got 1 by 2 as the answer. Very good. So I hope all those of you who are preparing for IBPS PO also, you have started your preparation and you have finished your application. Okay, application, yeah. Yes, Sony, what is it? So Sony says, ma'am, please, one, what? Good night, Neeraj. Take care. Sony, the properties of cyclic quadrilateral and all we have updated in the study notes, right? You can just check that. Did you check the study notes? I think study notes has been updated for geometry also. So you should be able to see these details, right? These properties that you're asking. It's mentioned there. We have given it for each shape. Okay. So Shubham says, ma'am, please take one session only on word problems. What do you mean by word problems, Shubham? Could you be elaborate as to what you are trying? I mean, word problems mean what are you saying? Great, Yashaswini. Good to know that you are able to follow the sessions. I think you are also a new student, right? Good that you are able to follow these. So word problems mean, can you be more specific? Tell me like one particular topic or what type. Shubham. The terminologies that we use, many times it is different. What I say might be different from what you say. That's why I'm asking you if you can be more elaborate as to what you're trying to say, that will be helpful. So I think Shubham is not responding now. Alright, so you let me know, Shubham, exactly how can I explain. So next time you see a question on word problems or the type of question that you are talking about, just let me know, okay ma'am, this is the type that I want. So we will at least try to include a few questions in that session, and I can also, yeah, so Sandhya says like time and work and time, we're already doing that. So yeah, that's what if you guys are talking about questions other than simplification, series, DI, we also do all the other types of questions that come in the paper, no? So if you're asking me, ma'am, take more questions of that type in the session, I can include that, I can take that, I can keep that in my mind so that the next time when we do a session, we will include such questions. Okay, so all the very best. So this week, don't forget to take your SSC CGL All India mock examination. As I said, prepare quants very well. Okay, so somebody is saying geometry, so you can expect questions on geometry this time, and questions on heights and distance. Prepare all these topics well. Okay. Great. So that is it from us for now. Okay, so Shubham says, ma'am, only long statement questions. Long statement questions. Okay, definitely Shubham, I will try to include such questions in the upcoming sessions. If any of the papers has similar questions, I'll try to include that in the session. I'll also give a feedback to the team saying that try and include such questions in the papers also, if you can get. Okay, so Bhavani, see, if you are asking about caselets, you can just refer to the video lessons that are there. No, you have enough and more questions that has been explained in the caselets topic. Now, if you have doubt on any particular question, you can always put it on the discussion forum. Your friends are there to help you, or we are there to help you. So somebody will help you clear your doubt. Okay. So RK, if you are new to the sessions, please refer back to the previous sessions that we have been doing, live sessions. We do quite a lot of questions on interest and profit and loss. So actually in today's paper also, I think there were questions on profit and loss, but similar questions in many of the previous sessions we have solved. So you can refer back to these archives also. See, you can just look at the paper PPT that is given in front. No, you scroll through the PPT, you will know which question comes where. So it will be, you needn't go through the entire video. You can look at just that specific question. That will be easier for you. Okay. Great. So that is it from us for now, and I'll see you in the next session, and this is Gayatri signing off. Till then, take care. Good night. Bye.